amendment is now approved from Ministry of Finance. It is already approved. We got that later.
In 2006, after 10 years of insurgency, the parties involved in the conflict enter into a comprehensive peace accord. 2 months later, the Nepal government establishes the Nepal Peace Trust Fund.
Taking it to Ministry of Law and Justice. Once we've got the approval from there.
At that time, more than 30,000 Maoist army combatants expect a legal space in the new Nepal. Tens of thousands of conflict-affected persons ask for justice. More than 1,000 public buildings require reconstruction. About 17 million people are ready for elections and a new constitution. The fund will support the implementation of peace-related projects. Its representatives belong to the Ministry of Peace and Reconstruction, the Ministry of Finance, the largest parties in the Constituent Assembly, and different bilateral donors. All have regular meetings, all commit their financial support. In 2009, the government of Nepal requests GIZ for further technical support to strengthen the capacities of professional trust fund administration.
Though Nepalese were very much peace-loving people, to handle this whole peace-related projects and in a way that will support the whole peace process. Technical support, professional support is very necessary, and that is where GIZ stands.
4 main working areas structure the relevance of the funded projects towards the peace process: cantonment management and integration, rehabilitation of Maoist army combatants, supports 28 cantonments settled all over the country, mostly in remote places. In 2011, 5 years after the peace agreement, this short-term solution still lasts. Construction of bridges and roads are among the NPTF funded projects, as well as the financing of basic infrastructure in cantonments. By including local labor in all NPTF funded activities, neighboring communities also benefit from public services such as drinking water supply or electricity. Incomes could increase.
भइहाल्छ नि त फाइदा त छ एकतिर त घाटा पनि हुन्छ एकतिर फाइदा पनि हुन्छ दुवै फाइदा हुन्छ बस्नुहुन्छ सबैसँग हामीसँग राम्रो कुरा गर्नुहुन्छ आमा भन्नुहुन्छ दिदीभाइ दाजुभाइ सहयोग पनि गर्नुहुन्छ तर म नराम्रो भयो उहाँ नराम्रो हुनुहुन्छ म राम्रो भएपछि म पनि राम्रो हुन्छ
45 million euros give funding for 20 projects in Cluster 1. 500,000 euros are spent on monthly allowances of each Maoist army combatant. NPTF's second area of work is the support to conflict-affected persons and communities. Having lost their partners and main income earners, women and mothers are of special interest during a social audit in Nepal's western region. This local independent consultancy is one of GIZ's inputs.
आजको मुख्य उद्देश्य भनेको नै यहाँको प्रतिक्रियाहरु के फिडब्याकहरुलाई चाहिँ लिने हो के त्यसले गर्दा चाहिँ धेरै औपचारिकतामा हामी लागेका छैनौं र कम्प्लिटली हामी अनौपचारिक पनि हुँदैनौं यो कुरालाई चाहिँ हामी ध्यानमा दिएर चाहिँ अब कार्यक्रमलाई अगाडि बढाउनु पर्ने हो यो प्रकार हुन्छ नि एकदम चरम यातना दिएर म 18 महिनासम्म सेनाको हिरासतमा बस्दै र म त्यसपछि मैले स्कुल पढ्न पनि पाएन
Others became widows of police officers killed during the conflict. People were affected by actions of the state or the Maoists. They received financial support as compensation from government institutions, while Nepal Peace Trust Fund concentrated on internally displaced persons. The NPTF provided immediate relief packages. As soon as their specific entitlement is defined by political parties, the fund will be requested to provide further financing. More than 5 million euros are provided in Cluster 2. More than 25,000 internally displaced persons got financial support. One of the major projects within the NPTF's third working area, Security and Transitional Justice, supports the reconstruction of police buildings.
त्यतिखेर विजयदशमीको पनि बहार थियो, यसो लहर थियो। त्यतिखेर अब यसो भजन भाव गर्ने भने हामी बसेका थियौँ। अनि त्यो थाहा पनि थिएन कि यस्तो हुनेवाला छ। जब भ्रुङ डाङ्न थालेपछि त हामीहरूको साटो पुट्लो उडी गयो हजुर। यो पुरानो चौकी यो थाना यो सङ्कटकालको बेलामा बमद्वारा चाहिँ विस्फोट गरेर यो सबै भुटुङ पारेको। अनि त्यसपछि यहाँ केही बस्ने ठाउँ भएन। अनि त्यसपछि यो जिल्ला लगिसक्यो। अनि जिल्लामा गएपछि फेरि पुनः केही 1-2 वर्षपछि फेरि यहीँ खटायो। अनि त्यहाँ बसेको थिएँ। यसले पुनः यो बनाउँदा 2 वर्षभित्रमा यो निर्माण भयो। यसमा मैले पनि मिस्त्री काम पनि गरेको हो यो थाना बनाउने बेलामा, डकर्मी काम। अब यो फेरि चाहिँ बनाएर अहिले भर्खर 2 महिना 3 महिना जति हुन लाग्छ यहाँ सारेर आएको छ।
With the administration of substantial funding, regular reports and audits are mandatory. Therefore, government officials and donor representatives have bi-monthly field visits.
भित्र त्यो यहाँको समुदायलाई जम्मा गरेर यो पुलिस पोस्ट निर्माण सम्बन्धमा चाहिँ नि उहाँहरूको प्रतिक्रिया के छ, यो ठिक भयो भएन हैन, यो भइसकेपछि चाहिँ अब के हुन्छ, तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ हाम्रो समुदायमा चाहिँ अलिकति सुरक्षाको भावना आयो कि आएन र यो पुलिस पोस्ट बनाउँदाखेरि तपाईहरुलाई जानकारी दिइएन, तपाईहरुलाई चाहिँ सभागी गराइएन भन्ने कुरो भयो। असाध्यै पोजिटिभ कुरो आयो। यो समुदायले मिलेर आफ्ना सबै कुरोहरू आफ्ना त्रा कन्ट्रिब्युसन जग्गा लगायतका चाहिँ आफ्ना मेहनतहरू आफ्ना समयहरू दिनुभएको रहेछ र उहाँहरू यो निर्माणबाट असाध्यै खुसी भएको हामीले पायौँ।
The German ambassador joins a field visit to Nepal's central region.
They say there should be more female police officers. Are they interested? There are a few mothers with daughters. Would they also be happy if their daughters would become a police officer?
A total budget of about 19 million euros has been administered in Cluster 3. This gives funding to the reconstruction of 181 police stations. 100 are already complete. NPTF's fourth cluster focuses on constituent assembly and peace-building initiatives on national and local levels.
Nepali people were working for last 60 years, over 6 decades, to have a constituency assembly elections, and also people who were working for having their own constitution written by themselves, not given by somebody else, but written by themselves.
After the abolishment of monarchy in 2007, the Nepal Peace Trust Fund provided financial support to register, educate, mobilize and train government officials and voters in urban and rural areas.
पहिला हामीले आफ्नै निर्वाचन क्षेत्रमा गएर लेख्नु पर्थ्यो। अहिले त पहिला भन्दा यो धेरै सजिलो भयो। हाम्रो चुनाव लड्ने ठाउँ, हाम्रो बस्ने ठाउँ त्यो धेरै टाढा थियो। अहिले त हामी यही केन्द्रमा बसेका छौँ। यहीँबाट हामी आफ्नो जिल्लामा गएर भोट हाल्न पाउँछौँ। यो त सजिलो भयो, राम्रो भयो।
More than 17 million voters have finally been registered in the last elections. Almost 34 million euros are provided in Cluster 4. The first constituent assembly elections have been a major project. Since its establishment in 2007, 24 NPTF-funded projects have been completed. 32 projects are ongoing or in preparation. More than 100 million euros have been administered by Nepal Peace Trust Fund. About 60% is contributed by the Nepal government, while 40% is presently provided by 7 donors. The director of the NPTF as well as the GIZ team is based at the Peace Fund Secretariat. In its advisory function capacity, GIZ focuses on technical support for strategy development, the management of NPTF operations, monitoring and evaluation, as well as communication among all involved parties.
It has to build up a structure and a process that eventually can show that this trust fund, which is owned and administered by the Nepali government, is as good, maybe even better, than other trust funds in other countries of the world. So that's a huge challenge, takes time. We cannot
While
expect
NPTF's
people
4
to
main
be
working
here.
areas will remain the
But what
same,
is that the last
individual
time is
projects
that,
within are identified through a demand-based approach. Given the
Now
political nature of the peace process, the success of NPTF's operations largely depends on achieving political consensus. In this respect, the last 4 years have seen times of delay and stalemate as often as breakthroughs and high-speed performances. There are challenges of special interest facing the Nepal Peace Trust Fund: the integration and rehabilitation of more than 19,000 Maoist army combatants, the bill regarding support to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, and the Commission of Disappeared Persons. Once the referring entitlements are defined, all eyes will be on the NPTF to ensure that funds will be made available to reach those who are in dire need.